Okay. One question before we start, Steve.
Yes.
You said we should end, you're not going to be around to end the meeting. How do we stop the recording and end, or?
Down at the bottom of your screen where you have leave, or you should be able to say end the meeting since you're a co-host.
Can I press on it now to see?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll ask you if you want to end the meeting, or if not,
No, it just tells me leave meeting.
all right, well, I'll have to leave it on then.
Okay. Yeah. All righty. Well, I don't think we need to record the recording because it's just, we'll put it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do the recording.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, guys, let's get started. Welcome to our last meeting of the regular meeting of the year, and we'll hope that we'll see you throughout the summer. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's have a moment that reflect on silent prayer for this situation, both situations to end soon, and we can enjoy our lives again. Okay, as I say, the summer Zoom meetings are going to start next week, and Les is going to present a short video. And he gave us the presentation, and I guess they made that presentation into a movie, remembering the family store, and as it was in Stamford. And this is the trailer for the movie, and there'll be discussion afterwards. Okay. Ira?
Okay, good morning. Last week we had an online attendance of 66. I trust that everybody's received the minutes and the recordings and all kinds of ways to find out what happened at the meetings. If there are no corrections or additions, I'm going to ask Joe to take care of the approval of the minutes.
Consider them approved, Ira. Again, thank you for, I guess your job is a lot easier now that if you've missed anything, you can go back and catch it. Now, a question I have regarding minutes of the meeting. Since our summer meetings are going to be informal.
Joe?
Yeah.
John Zielinski, no, I did not receive the minutes.
Did you get your email?
Yes, that was not included. Could you have whoever sends them out, send that out again? Thank you very much, Joe.
Steve is our guy, so he'll check and make sure that your email is included. But you should be getting it, because I think the email that I've used for you is the same email that everybody else is using. So if you get one email from SMAS, you should be getting them all, John. But Steve will check it out.
Thank you very much for your assistance, Joe.
Okay. What I was going to say is, since our meetings in the summer are going to be very informal, my suggestion would be, Ira, is that for minutes, just indicate that we had the meeting, and if we had something unusual or something that is for the general public or general membership to need to have identify that, but I don't feel that, you have to go into the details that you would as a regular meeting, since these are, again, informal meetings, and
Well,
you got to take a summer break.
yeah, assuming that I'm available for the meetings, that'll be fine, but there could be meetings that I won't be available for. And I don't know whether Lou would want to do those or whether he's going to be around.
Well, I think we play fair. As I say, if you're not around, if there's nobody available to take it, then I guess maybe, we'll just indicate there was a meeting.
Sounds like a plan.
When Steve sends out the invitation, just say, last week there was a meeting and no minutes.
And no one attended. Wait a second. John Zielinski, according to the list, your minutes were sent on Friday.
Well, you may have hung up.
Okay.
Larry, go ahead.
That members are high risk for COVID-19 due to our ages. Normal activities will not resume until at least phase 3. The likely start for phase 3 is late July. However, I might add that the governor has indicated that outdoor activities now are allowed for up to 100 people. And indoor activities, I think, have increased to 25 people. So things are moving in the right direction. And certainly Connecticut is doing a pretty decent job, along with New York and New Jersey, to get things towards some sense of normalcy. Before I go to the picnic, I'd like to call on Bill McGear and Morty Klein, because they have an update on the fishing trip that we thought was canceled, but is now back on. And I believe they need one more participant to get it functional. So Bill or Mort, would you take over and explain?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Can you hear me, Larry?
Yeah, yes, I can, but I can't see you. So if you could
Okay,
put on
well, there's not
video.
much to see. I don't have a picture here.
Oh, you don't have a picture.
I
Okay.
want to mention Morty on his trip to Florida in January, and St. Thomas suffered a horrendous, unusual disease caused by the sun. So he's highly allergic to the sun. So Morty, as much as he'd like to be on board, did not make it this time by doctor's advice. And the other co-captain, Jim Dunn, I don't believe is at the meeting today. I hope he is. I sent him a copy. Anyhow, what I wanted to mention to all our members is that I had this note. We are going out on July 8th. That's Wednesday. Storm date is July 9th. Be dockside at 1:30 in the afternoon. Same boat. And Captain Kevin Reynolds is running the ship, obviously. One thing I wanted to say is that we could use one more SMAS fisherman. It's $60. There are only 10 men on the boat. Normally there's over 20. And the reason is we want to maintain a 6-7 foot distance between people. We can still talk among everybody. That'll be, very possible. The other thing is that we are shooting for, if everybody remember, Sandra's catching that gigantic striped bass. And the only trouble, men, is that she's going to be aboard again. So we have to make sure we really get a big one. And I want to leave you with a high note. Remember that. The ocean waves may roar, let them roar. The stormy seas may blow, let them blow. As we happy fishing folk go skipping through the top, while the landlubbers lay down below, 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 and the landlubbers lay down below. So we expect to get a good catch. According to the captain, there aren't that many boats out there, and the fish are hungry. So if somebody, one of us would like to join us, you'd be welcome aboard. Bring your own sandwich and beverage, and it'll be a great day. You'll be on the water 6 to 7 hours, breathing nothing but fresh sea air and sunshine. Thank you, Larry.
Bill, you might want to mention how people can get the payment to you.
Oh, if they,
It was in your email.
yes. Well, the people that got my email have gotten it, but it's just a case of, so I don't go down with the ship if we don't get the necessary numbers. Please mail me a check for $60 made out to Captain Kevin Reynolds. The check should be made out to Captain Kevin Reynolds. You send it to me at 44 Strawberry Hill Avenue, Hayes House, Unit 4L, Stamford 06902. Thank you, Larry.
You're quite welcome. And thank you for resurrecting that trip. And all those who participate, have a great time. And I look forward to the pictures of some very big fish.
Okay, great. Thanks, Larry. We'll do it.
Hey, next slide, please. Stu, you want to speak to the picnic?
Yes, sure. So the picnic, right now the picnic will be on. Details will be distributed probably in the middle to latter July. The committee will be meeting very soon to work out some of the logistics for registration and payment, and some of the rules that we'll have to abide by. It's not a given that there won't be a gift, but there won't be a silent auction, as it would probably be inappropriate to start asking restaurants to give away stuff right now. So it is on, and we'll get more details as we learn them. Thanks.
Okay. The fall golf outing, I don't think Brian's on today. I haven't seen him. I'll let Howie speak.
Golf outing will still being planned on going as normal. There will be no luncheon yet that we know of. I haven't investigated that yet. I figured wait and see what the world is still doing. We hope to have signups early in September, and I haven't even got a price yet because we can't figure out whether it's going to be including food or not yet. So to be announced. Thank you.
Okay, I will mention again, Sterling Farms is the busiest place in the city of Stamford, bar none. Parking lots are filled, the driving range is crowded, and the golf course, try and get a time. You got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning again to get a decent morning time. So everybody's golfing, that's for sure. Next slide, please. Larry Berger, are you on today? No, I don't see you. Okay, tennis tournament is scheduled for October 12th. Get in shape, everybody. And target sign up is September 10th. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout. Everybody's going to be able to do it, and we'll maintain certain distance requirements, so as necessary. That's it for me. Just one question. Lloyd, did you get the check from Rock Rimmon that I sent to you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
And also, please note, I have the app for our bank, and if it makes some sense, I could take pictures of checks submitted and deposit them that way.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, thank you, Larry. Next, Carl, membership.
Good morning. Good morning. We have good news. We have another new member this year, David Kaplan, who's been doing a good job. I've seen David's name attached to a couple of the members, several of the members that I've seen in the database, and he invited Andrew Sverdlov, who participated. He attended a few meetings and Zoom meetings, and has decided to join. He's still working So he won't be able to attend very many of our meetings, but he's looking forward to more activities in the fall and more participation as when he retires.
Okay. Based on the people here today, I don't know if anybody's looked at the list. Do we have people that are coming on for either the first or second time since we started Zoom meetings? If you're a first timer,
Are we frozen?
raise your hand, put the yes, click on yes, or indicate you're a first timer. Okay, I guess we don't.
I should have asked whether we have any guests today. Yeah.
Yeah. Any guests? Okay, hearing none. Move on. Bill.
Good morning. Joe, do you want to give us an update on how Carolyn's doing?
Well, she went through a 4-hour surgery on Tuesday, and they did some rerouting and reconnecting and putting the parts back together again. And I was able to go and see her Tuesday and yesterday for 4 hours. They allow one person per day between 1 and 5, and you can stay for the 4 hours. So, but she's post-op and up on the 10th floor. She's got ocean view, and she's sore and then discomfort, but the doctor was, everything went well. So
Good.
keep her in your thoughts. She's still got a little road to go, but hopefully she'll be back in good shape again.
Anybody else have any report? Hopefully good. I was in touch with Jim McEwen a couple of days ago. He was back in the hospital with his cell phone, and he suffered a stroke, and he's our favorite Scotsman, and he was still full of Scottish humor, but he's unable to stand easily or walk. If you're a friend of his and you have a cell phone, it'd be nice to give him a call. Anybody have any other news to offer?
Bill?
Yep.
I had a call from Stan Pelter early this morning. Wanted to know if I could pick him up to bring him to the meeting at the church. I tried to explain to him that we're only on the computer. He told me he was living at Atria for a short time, but he didn't like it, and he's back on his home in Pepper Ridge Road. I know he has a computer, but I'm sure that he doesn't know how to get onto Zoom. And I don't know how we can help him, but I'm sure he would appreciate some phone calls. He also asked me when I could take him to see a friend of his that's in an assisted living, and they're both very hard of hearing, plus the fact you can't go to a visit in a nursing home. So he still has all his marbles, and I have his phone number. If anyone wants to contact him, it's 273-8274. That's 203-273-8274.
I might mention that when we were doing the follow-ups on why guys weren't on Zoom who attended the meetings, I did speak to Stan. He's trying to get his computer out of mothballs, but he needs some assistance from one of our tech experts. And, it's so simple to get on Zoom, just to tell him all he has to do is click on the big attachment that's there, and he's on. And We'd be delighted to have him. And during time we were doing the Zoom meetings, he had driven to the church by himself, and when he saw no cars, he had turned around. So,
Phil,
Yes,
I just wanted to clarify. Last week, Morty commented on Murph Weingrad, the old coach,
right.
because I'm in touch with his sister who lives in my same apartment house, Pauline Ladd. And someone said, well, they spoke to the coach, Murph, and he was fine. She said to me, if 24-hour care, necessary 24-hour care is fine, then I don't know what isn't fine. She said that when somebody calls up, he's always got that spirit. How you doing, Murph? Great, great, great. How's the wife? Oh, great, great. She said he isn't great. So everybody loves Murph, I know. He's a wonderful guy. 4-letter man at UConn. In his best day, he was 5'7", I guess, in heels. And played basketball, track, baseball, and football. Amazing. Anyhow, he's a wonderful guy. He would appreciate any calls. Just call up and say, hey, coach, how you doing? We're thinking about you. His number is in our directory. So I don't know if you want me to give it, Phil, or what.
Sure. Why don't you give it? I'm going to write it down.
Okay. Murph Weingard's number is 203, obviously, 327-9374. And any call would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Phil.
Sure. Thank you.
Phil, I have run into Murph. He's on the same floor that I am. And
Easy.
he does exercising by walking down the hall and back to his apartment. So I saw him the end of last week. He's okay for a 99-year-old guy, but he's not as good as he was when he used to come to the meetings 6 months ago.
That's good. Very good point. Appreciate it, Dick. He's just approaching 100. I think in the month he'll be 100 years old. Extraordinary. Thank you very much.
I believe next month is his 100th birthday.
Great. Do we do anything for that? As an organization, we send a special thought or something, Phil?
Sure.
All right, anything else on fellowship? Any good news, bad news, news?
I got a little bit of news.
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, my son refinanced his house mortgage last week, excuse me.
Yeah.
You believe you can get a 15-year mortgage for 2.65%?
Very good. Congratulations to him. Okay. All right, moving on. Dick. Dick Harper, we know you're around.
Dick is talking, but he's got to unmute.
This is an excellent book.
Dick, unmute yourself.
Everybody should come.
Dick, unmute yourself. There you go.
Okay, now it's unmuted. Thank you. This book on desperate ground is a pretty tough book to read because it's when MacArthur thought, well, he could go north in Korea and wipe out the North Koreans, and little did he know the Chinese were ready coming into North Korea, and it led to a terrible battle in the cold part of well, it wasn't even January yet, but it was pretty cold and it was a terrible blow, and the Americans just barely got out of the situation, but a lot of losses. So it's a book I think we'll all find interesting. For August 5th at 1:30, and I think we'll have to do it by Zoom.
Okay, any items for discussion? Okay,
I have a question. Has anybody eaten out in restaurants in town, either indoors or outdoors?
I ate at the Parkway Diner 2 days ago, even with our grandkid outside. Wide distance between the tables. Waiters had masks. It was very pleasant. They're using their parking lot with the tables. Good experience.
Yeah, the Burger King lets you eat inside now.
So I guess
Robert's Deli.
most of us
Robert's
will
Deli can
eat
be
at home.
indoors also.
anything else for discussion? All right, I think finally we're able to have some jokes. Anybody have any good jokes to tell?
I don't see Alan Jaffe in the,
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Alan or both
where's
Alan?
Alan when you need him?
Oh, Sosnowitz, come on, you gotta have a couple, Alan. Unmute yourself.
Okay, this one for Alan Jaffe, as a matter of fact, but I think we'll all get a kick out of it. Anybody remember Rukeyser had a show on Financial Network?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loved puns. He was an expert at puns. And this was in his obituary, which is, gosh, 5 years ago or so. Once, while answering a viewer's letter on investing in a hairpiece manufacturer, he said, if all your money seems to be hair today and gone tomorrow, we'll try to make it grow by giving you the bald facts on how to get your investments to pay.
I love it. Alan, you're fantastic.
That was in his obituary.
Oh, come on, somebody's gotta have jokes. Well,
Good jokes.
that being the case, why don't we just go into our video now and